Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Let's Mobile Development. My name is Zubair, and I am back with the episode 2 of Flutter tutorial series. In the last episode, we have seen that how you could create a basic Flutter project and run that project in iOS simulator. So in today's episode, we have a very precise agenda that we will see what stateful and versus stateless widgets, and we will see folder structure and practice some widgets here, and we will start building some example apps. Otherwise we will continue this in example episode 3. So if you are new here, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in the comment section give me some suggestions that if you have any idea in your mind and you want me to build some tutorial on it, please do comment down below. So in today's episode we will start with learning what is stateful widget versus stateless widget. So it's very simple. One thing you should know in Flutter is that everything is act as a widget, like UI components. As in Flutter, all the UI components are known as widgets. So the idea is very simple. The widget, which contain the code for a single screen of the app, can just be of two types. So one would be stateful widget and other would be stateless widget. We will see what is the basic difference between them and when you will want to use those as well. So first we will see what stateless widget is. So I will give you a precise and very short explanation of these two widgets so that you could have an idea that what are those. So in stateless widgets, they do not require mutable states, that is, they are immutable. In simple words, stateless widget cannot change their state during the runtime of the app, which means the widgets cannot be redrawn while the app is in action. So the structure of stateless widget, as we have seen in our last episode, that how you could create a stateless widget. So on your screen you can see my home page is act as a stateless widget. So my home page would be immutable. So its states cannot be changed at runtime. So their build method can only be drawn only one time. So let's understand what is there in this small snippet of code. The name of the stateless widget is my homepage widget, inside which we have override the build method. Like you can see here, this build method takes in a build context and as the parameter and returns a widget. That's why you can see that the return type of the build method is a widget, and this is the place where you can design your UI screen, which is stateless. In stateless widget, the build method can be called only once while the app is in action, which is responsible for drawing the widgets on to the device screen. So last time I also gave you the tip that how you could create a simple stateless widget, like by typing in STL, and you would see Flutter stateless widget and Flutter stateful widget. If you click on it, it will automatically create a whole class of stateless widget, and you just have to write some its name. So this is very simple to create stateless widgets. So some of the example of stateless widget, you can say that last time we have used this text component, or you can say there are other components as well, like chip and icon components. So you can draw those as with a static contents inside. So far so good. It's if you find this very difficult to understand, I will also provide you the some helping links so that you could have a read and understand yourself that how stateless and stateful widgets work. But with the passage of time, while we create some example apps, you would understand very easily that how these widgets and how stateless and stateful widgets working. So for stateful widget, it is totally the opposite of stateless. Stateful widgets have a mutable state. That is, they are mutable and can be drawn multiple times within its lifetime. Like if we have any component defined with a stateful widget, it should redraw its components whenever the state has changed. So they are the widgets which can change their state multiple times and can be redrawn onto the screen any number of times while the app is in action. So the structure of stateful widget is something like you have to type this shortcut STL and you click on this stateful widget, and you have seen that they have created this class with another class. There are two classes in stateful widgets. So one is the name of that widget you will be drawing, and the other one is the state which is being maintained by the stateful widget. So it's very simple. We will see from time to time that what widget we would need to drawn using stateful widget and stateless widgets. So the name of the widget is again, we can say, let's suppose we are giving it start screen. And guys, let me remove that and create it again, stateful widget. So as you can see, uh, whenever I type that start screen, it automatically change this name of the state. There is a create state method here and another class which is maintaining our state, and it has the build method overridden by that class. So now that start screen state overrides the build method and returns a widget. This is where you can define the UI of the app inside that build method, and which is stateful. As it is a stateful widget, you can call the build method any number of times, which will redraw the widgets on the screen. So if this sounds very weird, don't worry about that. We will learn it through proper examples, so don't worry about that.